What is going on, everybody? In today's vlog, I am a second shooter for a wedding. I'm doing wedding videography. I'm shooting on a Canon 200 and a Canon C100, C200, C100. I don't shoot on Canon. I shoot on a Sony FX6. And I'm filling in for someone, so this is a referral to fill in the position because the guy that was supposed to do this got sick. So I'm filling in for him. Right now I'm getting shots of the ceremony about to start. And the problem today, the problem that I was trying to overcome is using gear that I'm not used to doing. You get so used to what camera do you have, what gear do you have, and you get so confident with what you do have. And for me, I haven't shot specifically weddings 2 years, but I haven't ever used these cameras before. And it was a big workflow. I have used Canon systems before, so it wasn't like a complete total thrown in the fire. Like I already knew. Right now, by the way, I'm just getting some close-ups. This was before the ceremony, even though I'm showing it after the ceremony clip. This is me, or this is right after the ceremony. Sorry, that's what I'm saying. Sorry, I got to get my wedding terminology. And if you're watching this video and you are a wedding videographer and you're looking at my process or how I shoot video, I think using tripods is the biggest thing. And going back to what I was saying about the problem of not using your own gear, that was something throughout the day that I was constantly fighting, figuring out their tripods. Their tripod didn't have like an arm, so I had to that was a little bit weird, but I did get to find a nicer fluid head than the one I'm using earlier on, one that just has like a drag system, I believe it's called. But my process is use the tripod. I haven't shot weddings in 2 years, and I learned so much in that time about filmmaking, about my process of how I like to get shots. So I was actually as I kept shooting, I was really confident that everything I was getting was good, and I never felt like I wasn't capturing. The only difficult part is when I was handed this mic, and it was the worst mic system I've ever used in my life. It was like you had to slide it up to turn it on, and it just felt so counterintuitive to what I'm used to. I usually use a Sony UDP mics with the Sony FX6, and this workflow to me was like, it was difficult. I'm on sticks right now, the official term for the tripod in the film industry, and I'm using this lens was so nice, a 70 to 200 2.8 f-stop, I believe, on a tripod. You really can't mess up shots here. The autofocus is so bad on the C200 that I was manual focusing, and that's another thing. When you're shooting weddings, do you use autofocus? Do you use manual? Depends on the camera. Manual, you can probably, if you shoot at a higher f-stop, you can save. But I was really bummed I didn't get to use the dual base ISO of the FX6. And the internal ND on the Canon C200 was also really, really sticky. What's up, LR Vlog? And stay fresh. Work hard, play hard, LR Vlog. If you're looking to get into the wedding game or looking for some tips on how to shoot weddings better, because that's probably why you clicked on this video if you're not a fan or a viewer of me already, is I got this video through referral. Someone knew that I did video, and when the role opened up, they said, "Do you want it?" And of course I took it. I'm young, I'm eager to get into the industry, and that's the thing. Take every single job that you can get when you're early in the game to get practice. This gave me more confidence that now if I get told to come on a bigger set or any set and they're like, "We need you to use a camera you haven't used before," now I know what the steps are, learn the settings, watch videos beforehand, how to prepare. So this was actually a great experience for me. Not only did I get a good payday from this, I got a good experience, and I got something that in the future I know how to tackle this. And action leads to action. The photographer came up to me and said, "Do you want to work together in the future? Let me grab your information." And there, boom. Now I have 2 more connections that I'm a hard worker. This is the picture of the camera up close. But I really was just this whole time, I was real thankful that I was using the Sony FX6, because there's a lot of moments I caught myself saying, wow, if I had the Sony FX6, this would have been a much better shot. Specifically a lot as the time went on. The ISO in this camera is 850. On the FX6, it's 12,800. That's unreal. I am the second shooter today, and I went to go grab the monopod for my lead camera. And that's something little you can do is when you see opportunity to help and just grab something, even if it's grabbing gear, that can help the lead be able to focus more. And that's something I just did, giving them more help. It's a little contradictory because now I'm filming, which is adding time, but let's ignore that. Round 2, going to charge extra batteries. My process, if you're shooting weddings, and if you don't have any experience, put it on a tripod, and at the end of the day, your shots are going to look good enough on a tripod. Use long lenses and shoot far away. We ran 3 cameras today, which is super helpful to just always, if you can have a camera static on them and then just float with another camera, that's like the best process I can say. And that's what I did. Hello, everyone. The 8-hour shoot is done. 10 hours if you include there and back driving. So tired. So fun to be the assistant today. Basically, second shooter for a wedding. I don't usually like shooting weddings, but this is good. Get a little cash. Got to meet some really cool people. Got to be out and practice talking to people. Got to practice interacting, having a camera, getting shots, working with the system I'm not familiar with, uncovering those challenges, which was challenging. I don't shoot on a Canon C100 or C200 is what I use today. But I did. I did have to, and I had to learn. I didn't like the system, and if anything, and I was kind of considering the Canon cameras at some point. I shoot on FX6. That's my main thing. That's my main camera. And the whole time I was going, wow, I'm really, really bummed I'm not shooting on my FX6. This camera feels clunky. The menus feel difficult. And of course, it's not my main camera, so the menus are going to feel difficult. But it just felt like to get what I wanted, it was so hard. And with the FX6, something so big, I literally cannot stress this enough. 12,800 ISO. I was shooting in there towards the night, and I literally had to push my ISO to 2,000, 2,500, and it was struggling. And I was like, my FX6 would not struggle. And the whole time I just kept thinking, my FX6 would not struggle with this. Like I was too good for this Canon. And frankly, I was, okay? Quite frankly, I felt a little bit too good for the camera. I was like, I'm playing at a higher level. Why am I? It's like you're playing varsity, and then all of a sudden you go into JV. You still have the skill set of a varsity athlete, but you just gotta do with what you can and ball out still. I'm very tired if you couldn't tell. Thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. Let me know your thoughts below. If you like shooting weddings, if you don't, because it's kind of easy money, but at the same time, it's really stressful. Brooke, she was the lead DP today, lead videographer. She was amazing. Absolutely made my life so easy. Very, very relaxed. Very, very helpful, and made me feel like I was doing a good job, which at the end of the day, and you saw how some little things that I like to do to make it better overall and how to perform better to be called back. And at the end, the photographer came up to me and said, let me get your information. If I ever need someone to work with, or if I ever need something you specialize in, I'm going to call you because I like working with you. And that was a big thing for me because I was like, okay, I proved that I'm a hard worker, that I'm easy to talk to on set. Not someone that's like, don't talk to me, I'm shooting. That's all I mean by easy. Easy is just like I just feel like I did a good job, not to sound cocky, but that's just the report, the documentation, not content creation. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And if you're on a shoot or going out to a shoot or shooting for free, then make sure you are doing everything in your power to make it easier for the person above you, because then they will want you back. Thank you guys for watching for the millionth time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.